This is Rockline.
And welcome back to Rockline. I'm Bob Coburn. What a great story Seether is. The band from South Africa, hardly a hotspot for rock and roll, invades the U.S. and enjoys huge success. Time to check in with the guys in the midst of a tour. We catch up with them at TK 101 in Pensacola, Florida, as Rockline welcomes from Seether, vocalist and guitarist Shaun Morgan. Hey, Shaun, what's up?
How you doing, man?
Doing well. Doing real well. Dale Stewart, who plays bass and also sings. Welcome back to Rockline.
What's up? Thank you.
Pat Callahan joins us, who plays guitar. Hi, Pat.
Hey, I'm in the studio this time.
I know. We got you in this time, and we got the new guy, too, Kevin Soffera, who plays the drums. Hi, Kevin.
That's correct. Hey, man. Thanks for having us.
It's good to have you on, man.
Yeah.
Greetings. Congratulations on the success. The album's really taken off since the last time you guys were on. Tell us about the new Seether lineup with Kevin in the band and how it's going.
That's going real well, man. I guess we're finally we see ourselves as that band that's ready to take on the world, and there's no question about everyone's dedication to the cause, and there's no question about everyone putting everything they have into every show. So right now we're real happy, man.
Team Seether.
Team Seether, I like that. Kevin,
we're getting shirts made up
and some cheerleaders.
How'd you become part of, Kevin?
Actually, I knew Pat maybe about like 5 years ago. He was actually doing some guitar teching for a band I was playing in Philadelphia, and when I got the call that they were looking for a new drummer, I got the call on a Thursday. I got my plane ticket. I flew out on a Sunday, and I played Monday.
Oh.
I mean, I crammed. I charted out the record, and we just went for it. So it was great. I mean, I love these guys.
So it was what songs? All of them. I know them all.
Yeah, right.
I was like, hey, Kev, do you have the record? No. I'm like, well, you're going to need to get it.
Yeah, I went out and bought it, actually.
Well, that's one way to learn, I guess. I've got all 10 of them. I got all 10 different covers. It's just kind of cool to see all of them. Did you guys feel you're playing better than ever now with Kevin in the band and having been on the road for a while? That'll make you better right there.
Yeah, I think we've played so many shows now. We've done about this year alone. We've done over 100 shows already. So, every day we don't take many days off. So every show, every day we're playing an hour at least now. And I think definitely the shows are tighter. And Kevin's a very accomplished drummer, and he does a really cool solo at the end. And I think we have more of a show now, which is it's a lot more entertaining, I guess.
Well, you guys, the phones are blazing for you at 1-800-344-ROCK, so we'll let you talk with your fans right now, beginning with Mike, who's in Austin, Texas. Mike, you're on Rockline. What's up?
Hey, man, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Mike. What's up, Mike? How are you?
Oh, I'm hanging in there. Hey, I got a couple questions for y'all. Whose idea was it for the multiple CD covers?
It was just an idea that we all had because when we were doing the video for Fine Again, we had so many cool signs and we couldn't choose our favorite one for an album cover. So we thought what we would do is we would choose 10 that we thought were cool. And then the idea was that if you wanted to go out and buy an album, you could choose whichever cover you thought pertained to your life the most, I guess. So it was just an idea that you could have some kind of interactivity and you could have some kind of choice in whichever album cover you selected.
And there's a website, peoplewithsigns.com, which I know the last time you guys were on, it was 6 figures in hits, and that was early on in the game for you guys. So God only knows where it is now. Mike, do you have something else? Anything else going on?
Signs.
What's that, Mike?
The different sayings that are on the signs.
What about them? We missed
whose idea was that?
Oh, okay.
Oh, those are some of the people that were in the pictures. Some of the signs were their ideas, and we came up with some of them too. And the people, basically each person that's holding a sign picked that sign because they thought that was the one that they would most like to hold up.
They're poignant too. I mean, you look at them and it kind of hits you. You look at the person and it makes a statement without having to say anything. I think it's a cool idea. Mike, thanks for being on. Todd, it's your shot now. Todd's in Wheeling, West Virginia. You're on Rockline now with Seether.
Yeah, what's going on?
How you doing?
How are you?
1 second. What's going on?
How you doing, brother?
Not too bad. I was wondering, what made you guys become a rock band?
Loud guitars and a lot of screaming.
Teen angst.
I've always wanted to be in a band. I've always wanted to make music, and rock music just seems to be where I'm most comfortable. I mean, we all come from different backgrounds. Dale's into heavy metal, and Kevin's into jazz and blues and world music, and I mean basically everything. And Pat and I are pretty much the similar rock roots, but we all come together and we feel that rock music is where we feel most comfortable and happiest right now.
And Shaun, for you, it was the Nirvana album, Nevermind, that just kind of opened the gate?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Pat's album was what, Versus?
10. Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all have those albums that we remember going, yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, there are those seminal albums that just open up everything, and it's almost as if you begin to see the world differently after you've heard them. That's the mark of a great album there.
It changes everything.
It changes your life.
Especially if you remember where you were when you heard it for the first time.
The music can create landmarks like that. We'll let you talk with Seether again in just a moment. Right now, we're going to play a great song off Disclaimer. It's Fine Again by Seether on Rockline. Seether with Fine Again from Disclaimer. And the entire band is joining us tonight on Rockline. Shaun and Dale. And we also have the new drummer, Kevin. And Pat is there as well, taking your calls at 1-800-344-ROCK. And we have a call from New Hampshire. It's Diane. Hi, Diane.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Shaun.
How you doing?
What's up? AKA 30 Seconds to Mars lady here.
Yeah, I knew.
What's up? What's up?
I knew that when I heard your voice.
You knew who it was. Well, they said I had to get right to my question, so I better ask.
A little late for that, but go ahead. Go ahead, Diane.
Okay, well, we had to know who we were. All right.
That's right.
I'm just real curious about the DVD still that you guys made while we were up at the show in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And if you have any clue or idea when it's going to be available and finished so us fans can get our hands on it.
We'll be seeing some footage of that pretty soon. We just recorded, for people that don't know, we recorded a full live set with about 4 or 5 different cameras and a full lighting show and everything. So with the idea of releasing some of the stuff as live footage and compiling a DVD of like home videos and stuff. So we haven't seen any of the footage of that show yet. We'll probably see it in about a week or two because they're first editing it down and stuff, and then as soon as we know, we'll be posting stuff on the website, and we'll be up on the message board letting people know.
Now, be honest, do the cameras change the way you play or the way you feel up there?
It actually
really crazy.
It freaks. Yeah, you either go totally over the top or you become like really introverted because you have these cameras in your face. Yeah. But it was fun. I mean, it was kind of pressurizing because you have to get everything perfect now because everyone's watching. But it was cool.
It was a good gig, man. There was a lot of people there, and we actually did some backstage footage too. And I think some of it's going to be probably released on the website maybe prior to the actual DVD.
That always adds to it. So keep posted on the website there at Seether.com, and you can find out more. Diane, thanks. Good call. We have Chris now from New York. Chris, you're on Rockline with Seether.
Yeah, I was wondering if what they thought the biggest difference between the South African music scene and the North American music scene was.
Biggest difference is, I guess, just the not. It's not really the audiences or anything. It's more, the fact that in America you tour around in a bus, and you're constantly on the road. I mean, we've been on the road now for almost a year, and in South Africa you can't do that because there's not enough money to do that kind of thing, and you don't have techs that tour with you. You don't have a crew. In South Africa you load in all your own gear and you load in all your own amps and everything. And in America, it's kind of a trip because we almost don't have to do anything except get up and play. So that's the big difference, and it's kind of weird at first, but then you get used to it and you become spoiled.
Where's everybody else from, out of curiosity, and where are you from South Africa, Shaun? What city?
I grew up in a city called Pietermaritzburg, and then I now live in Johannesburg in South Africa. And so I think Dale lives just outside Johannesburg in a town called Irene, which is basically between Pretoria and Johannesburg, two big cities.
It means peace.
That's nice. I like that.
Does it? Yeah, that's nice.
I don't know.
Pat, what about you?
I'm from a suburb outside of Philadelphia called Neuwirth.
Okay, and Kevin?
I live in Easton, Pennsylvania. It's only about an hour outside of Philly and about an hour from New York. So I was doing a lot of session work there, and it was a good area to be getting between two cities and still have a yard.
Yeah, so we're kind of an African Pennsylvanian band.
African Pennsylvanian. More of your calls coming for Seether in just a moment. Next week it's Lincoln Park. Make sure you listen Monday to win a beautiful Daisy Rock guitar. That's next Monday, autographed by members of Lincoln Park. Great guitars from Daisy Rock, exclusively from Rockline. More with Seether coming up in just a second. Stay with us. We are back with Seether on Bob Coburn, and the guys and I were talking during the break there, and they played a gig tonight, so part of why they came on a little late in the show as the second guest this evening.
Very sorry.
No, not a problem at all. I'm just glad the gig was good. You guys are talking about how cool it was. I like it.
Yeah, we're currently sitting here smelling bad.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm in L.A., actually. Time for the encore question, and Jim from Stone Sour was on last week, and he left us for you guys.
How you doing? This is Jim from Stone Sour, and I would just like to ask Shaun from Seether, and by the way, hey Seether, how you guys doing? I would like to ask you, when you're writing a song, do you tend to write the music first, or do you have the lyrics in your head first? Kind of like a, chicken or the egg question, I guess.
We come up with music first, I guess, because that's the most important thing, as far as, I mean, that's what makes you move your head or jump up and down or whatever, and then lyrics are my little thing. Sometimes I'll have lyrics for a song, and other times I'll just I'll make them up as I go along. And most of the time when we write stuff, or if we write together as a band, I just have a melody, which is more important at the time than actual lyrics, because I don't like to just put any useless lyric to something. I like to think about it and make them make some kind of sense. So yeah.
When
that was pretty cool.
Breaking Benjamin was on earlier, we were talking about songwriting and lyrics and listening to music. And I think when you listen, I know when I do, when you listen to a song, it's the music that hits you first. It's generally not the lyrics, unless the music's so simple or the lyrics are so profound or unusual. But you get into the music first, then the lyrics surface after that. So. Yeah, because
it's not very often that you listen to a band or a musician or an artist in any for the lyrics before the music. I mean, you might say have some exceptions like Leonard Cohen and Bob Dylan, but their songs are still good too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not. I mean, music is what attracts you to the obviously the riffs or the melodies are what attracts you to a band and to their songs, and then hopefully the lyrics will make some sense afterwards.
So why not write it that way? Back to the phones we had to Carol, who's listening on the internet. Welcome to Rockline, Carol. What's up?
Hey, well, I would like to ask the guys if they play any Sarin Gas songs in their lineups now, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have bought that CD online like me, but I was just curious.
Thank you. So that was Sarin Gas songs, your previous name, yeah.
Yeah, we actually, we're going to, as soon as we get some time off, or if we get enough time to just, sit in the studio and actually, or just show the other guys. Because Pat and Kevin have never played those songs. So we were actually just talking about it like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah, I was saying, I forget the name of the one, but I totally want to, play it and revamp it. And
we were just listening to them and heard some really good stuff.
Yeah. So we'll be playing some Sarin Gas songs at some point. We'll just we'll be throwing one in every odd set, and so we'll keep changing it up so you never know which one we're going to be playing.
Excellent, and people like Carol will be out there purchasing the CD. We'll head to Austin right now, and we have Mel on the line. She's in the Austin, Texas area. Hi, Mel.
Hi. Hi, guys.
How you doing?
So far, Sammy and I have the Seether tattoos. What are your feelings and reactions to that?
It's really cool that people would put our name on their bodies.
That's a major commitment.
Yeah. So for us, it's an honor, I guess.
Flattering.
We think you're strange, but
but in a nice way.
But it's
yeah, we're changing our name. Oh, whoops.
No, it's also because we know Mel. So, but it's I think it's definitely to have something on. I mean. It's a permanent thing, It's I guess not in this day and age as permanent as it used to be, but it to all intents and purposes, that's a permanent.
It's it's the ultimate compliment. Like I did it to 2 bands I like.
Yeah,
it's like you can't really compliment a band more than
that's really
on your body.
We think it's cool. Thank you.
You have 2 for bands.
Yeah, Pat's got a Social Burn tattoo. We just went out on the road with Social Burn.
They're our boys.
Cool.
And actually,
he put our tour logo. The lead singer Neil put our tour logo on his arm.
Yeah.
So kind of like in homage to that, I went and put the Social Burn logo on my arm.
Yeah. And who else is that one?
It's a band called Familiar 48, but they broke up.
Yeah.
Social Burn was on a few weeks ago.
See, sometimes it's not that smart to do that.
Yeah. Social Burn was on a couple of weeks ago. A nice group of guys and a good band.
Oh, yeah, they're awesome guys, man.
Yeah, you can do rock and roll bands, but just don't do boyfriends or girlfriends. Because we know that's going to change. Thanks, Mel. Karen's on the line in Ohio, and you're on the show now, Karen.
Yeah, what inspired the song Driven Under?
Chewing gum.
No, it was I don't necessarily like to talk about where it comes from, but it's about a breakup, obviously, and it's about someone that was close to me or whatever, and it's not. I mean, the lyrics themselves are pretty self-explanatory, I guess, but it's not. I'm not. That's where it comes from.
It's not too cool to give personal ideas, when you can kind of take it and make it your own.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is like if I tell you what inspired me to write that song, then you'll always remember that whenever you hear the song or when you listen to it. So I prefer for you to listen to a song and get your own images and take your own interpretation out of them.
A lot of the songs are like that. You're not exactly sure who they're directed to. Take Gasoline. It could be toward a mom, could be toward an ex-girlfriend, could be toward a lot of different situations.
Yeah, it could be. It's. I don't like to be too precise and direct in a lyric. If it's slightly ambiguous or if it's slightly open to interpretation, that's part of the fun of listening to our songs, I guess.
It's Gasoline by Seether on Rockline. Great song to begin an album, great song under any circumstance. Seether with Gasoline, the entire band with us tonight, Shaun and Dale and Pat and Kevin, taking your calls at 1-800-344-ROCK. McAllen, Texas. Manny, you're on Rockline.
Yes, this is Manny from McAllen.
What's up, man? How are you?
What's up, man?
Doing good. I wanted to just add a couple of questions. One, what was your experience in Ozfest like, and any chance that you guys can join that tour again down the road?
Ozfest was really cool last year. We had a lot of fun and we learned a lot. We got to see some of our favorite bands and see some of the I think in rock today's best frontmen and best musicians. But it was something we considered doing this year, and we just didn't feel it was right for us to do it again. We didn't feel like we would fit in as well as we did last year.
There's really, really, really heavy bands on the bill this year.
Yeah.
So we just didn't feel like that was really the place for us to be.
And we're having fun just doing the club tour right now. Selling tickets for like $10, and you can come and watch 2 or 3 good bands, and you get a 3-hour show. So that's what we wanted to do, and we wanted to maybe just because we have more control, and we have more of an input and more of a say in what actually goes down. So sometimes the big festivals you become more of a number, and you have to move on and off stage so quickly. It's I think a lot of things get overlooked, and we at least now have the time to have decent sound checks and things. And in the future we'd love to do it again, but not this year.
Dale, coming from South Africa and being on Ozfest last year, did you get into that situation and realize that the bar was raised pretty high with the level of a lot of the bands that were there?
Did you say bar?
Yes.
Yeah, did you say bar? Did you say hi? No, I definitely think that it was. I think we put ourselves under a lot of pressure, especially being around all these bands for probably the first time in our careers, up till that point, being around all these bands that we grew up listening to and bands that we admire and respect so much. So, we're so nervous before every show, and, you just push so hard and try and play as hard as you can just to, not suck, in comparison to the other bands. But, we definitely did learn a lot, and I don't know, it was awesome, man. It was just cool to be in that environment, especially coming from, like, South Africa, because we'd never really even seen any cool rock shows back home, because there were never any bands coming through, or bands that we'd listened to that came through to tour. So just watching the bands alone for us was mind-boggling.
Thanks, Manny. We'll talk to Sammy in Sunnyvale, California. You're on Rockline with Seether. Sammy.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Sammy.
Driven Under was banned on MTV because of the car explosion, yet the Foo Fighters video Times Like These also has the car explosion, and it gets airplay. So what are you guys' feelings on that?
Well, actually, I think, if I'm not wrong, MTV2 Rock is currently playing the Driven Under video.
Yeah, also, like, I guess, someone like the Foo Fighters, they're a really big established band, and they're these TV stations will play like a Madonna video and ban it straight after, knowing full well they'll ban it, but it's because it's Madonna, they have to play it at least once, So, I guess someone like the Foo Fighters have earned the right to, to be able to be an exception to a rule, and we just have to accept it, I guess, and move on. But apparently, they will stop. It was just it was a move that they felt was best for MTV at the time. But apparently now, and to be honest, we were real angry about it because, we felt like we had the right, we had made the video and we'd spent money on it and we wanted people to see it. And we thought it looked cool.
You express your feelings.
You know what? And at the end of the video, the car actually comes back together. So
yeah, so it was kind of imploding. But right now it seems like they're going to be playing the video and So it's all good.
That's good. I'm always amazed at what gets banned too. The Disturbed video that got banned, one by Custom, and that's always kind of unusual to see what does not get allowed to be on TV. We'll move on now. Talk to Lisa, who's listening on the net. Hi, Lisa. You're on Rockline. Lisa, you there?
Hi, this is Lisa from College Station, Texas. Hi,
hey,
Sean.
Lisa.
Hi, boys. I had so much fun with y'all on spring break, from the car accident to the hotel to after party. But my questions are, do you remember me? My questions are you working on anything new, and what city have you had the most fun in?
We're working on new stuff as much as we can in sound checks, and right now being on tour, it's really hard. We might write some stuff in the back lounge on the bus with an acoustic guitar, but generally the band situation, we only get about half an hour a day.
Today we were we were doing sound check and we were sneaking. It was our turn to be done, and we kind of wouldn't get off the stage, and we're like, check this riff out, check this out, let's do that. We're trying to write a song. They're trying to boot us off by turning our amps off.
Yeah, you feel bad because you want to give all the bands a fair chance at a sound check. So we take 10 minutes and try and come up with some new stuff. And generally, I think what we're going to try and do is take some time off, maybe at the end of this year. And take a couple of months and regroup, and we all have a whole bunch of ideas that are just latently lying around that we just have to put together and piece together as songs. But so far, some of the cities we have the most fun in are
the spring break dates by far stand out.
Padre. Ohio is cool.
Every time we play Ohio is awesome.
We have fun everywhere. We make it fun. We make it interesting for ourselves. So.
We have to take a time out, guys. We've got to take a time out. We'll return with Seether in just a second. You're listening to Rockline. Seether, and that includes Joel Sampson, Mark the Shark, and Gerald Wilson. Thanks to Alan Galbraith at Wind Up Records, and, of course, to our guests tonight from Breaking Benjamin, Ben, Aaron, Mark, and Jeremy, and from Seether, Sean, Dale, Pat, and Kevin. Great to have you guys back on. You sound great. I think the band's better than ever now, and you got to come back again.
Hey, we're actually going to come see you in L.A.
All right, you're on. I'll roll out the good food for you, okay? We'll cater that night. I'm BC, and I'll be seeing you. The awesome sound of Rockline was made possible in part by Sennheiser mics. Sennheiser, microphones, headphones, wireless products. Sennheiser, the sound that moves the world. Special thanks to Mike Higgins and Steve Fredrickson for their technical assistance. Rockline is mixed by Jimmy Rash. Thanks to Steve Lincoln and Felicia Behar for their priceless contributions. Rockline is produced by Bob Coburn and Lori Nicolong. On-site producer and technical direction by Greg Jernigan. Executive producer Bob Coburn. Rockline is represented by Glenn Felty at the True Measure Agency in New York City.